The shocking rise of Mr. Beast. Hidden strategies exposed. He started with nothing. No money, no Hollywood connections, no corporate backing. Just a cheap camera, a computer, and an obsession that bordered on madness. And then, one day, the world noticed. Because on YouTube, a platform overflowing with billions of uploads, one teenager dared to push the limits of boredom and brilliance. He counted to 100,000 on camera, and strangely, millions of people watched. But what looked like a weird stunt was actually the beginning of one of the most shocking digital empires of our time. Stay with us, because this isn't just a story about viral videos. This is about hidden strategies, risky moves, and a man who turned generosity into a billion-dollar weapon. This is the shocking rise of Mr. Beast. The first secret: obsession with the algorithm. Mr. Beast's journey didn't begin with viral fame. It began with obsession. Long before millions knew his name, Jimmy spent years studying YouTube like a scientist locked in a lab. He watched thousands of videos, dissecting what worked, what failed, and why people clicked. He once said he spent every waking hour thinking about YouTube. No parties, no distractions, just endless trial and error. While others were uploading casually, he was mapping the code of attention. And then, he cracked it. He discovered that thumbnails and titles weren't decoration. They were weapons. Every word in the title, every color in the thumbnail had to create tension, curiosity, and a reason to click. He tested them like a scientist tests chemicals. And when he found a formula that worked, he doubled down. That was the first strategy. Total obsession with the algorithm, until it bent to his will. The second secret: reinvestment, not profit. While most YouTubers dream of making money to buy cars and mansions, Jimmy had another idea. Every dollar he earned, he poured back into the channel. If a video made $10,000, he spent $10,000 on the next one. He understood something most creators never learn. Growth requires sacrifice. He wasn't trying to keep money. He was trying to buy attention, audience loyalty, and scale. This reinvestment model became his trademark. Give away cars, hand strangers stacks of cash, donate houses. It wasn't recklessness. It was strategy, because each giveaway wasn't just generosity. It was marketing. People clicked because they couldn't believe what they were seeing. And in return, his audience multiplied. Would you reinvest everything you earned if it meant exponential growth? That's the uncomfortable question. Jimmy answered with a fearless yes. The third secret: making videos into events. In YouTube's crowded world, millions upload daily. But Mr. Beast knew that small videos get swallowed. To stand out, he made videos that weren't just uploads. They were events. Planting 20 million trees, surviving in a coffin for 50 hours, recreating Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. These weren't just stunts, they were spectacles. Something so massive, so unbelievable, that people had to watch. And here's the hidden trick. When a video becomes an event, it doesn't just pull in subscribers, it dominates conversation. People talk, share, and spread it beyond YouTube. Suddenly, news outlets are covering it. Memes are born, and the cycle feeds itself. This is the third strategy. Create content that isn't disposable. Make it unforgettable. The fourth secret: mastering audience psychology. Why do people click? Why did they watch until the end? Jimmy asked these questions relentlessly, and his answer was a deep understanding of human psychology. He knew humans crave suspense. That's why his challenges build tension. Who will win? Who will last? Who will take home the prize? He knew humans craved generosity. That's why his giveaways feel good to watch. And he knew humans crave belonging. That's why he calls his fans part of something bigger, like a community watching history in the making. Think about it. When was the last time you clicked on one of his videos and didn't stay until the end? Exactly. That's no accident. That's strategy. The fifth secret: building a business empire beyond YouTube. Mr. Beast isn't just a YouTuber. He's a businessman who used his channel as a launchpad. Beast Burger, Feastables, merchandise. These weren't side hustles. They were carefully engineered brands powered by his massive audience. But here's the genius. Instead of traditional ads, his videos became the ads. When he launched Beast Burger, he didn't buy billboards. He made videos that millions watched. His audience wasn't just entertained, they were converted into customers. And unlike fleeting viral fame, businesses create stability. They generate revenue streams that protect him from YouTube's unpredictability. This is how a creator becomes more than a star. This is how he becomes an empire. If you had the chance to use one of these strategies for your own success, which would it be, and why? Could you sacrifice profits? Or would you focus on building unforgettable events? Let me know. The sixth secret: collaboration as a growth hack. While some YouTubers guard their spotlight, Mr. Beast expanded his by sharing it. He collaborated with friends, strangers, and even celebrities. But these weren't random call-up, they were strategic. By featuring other creators, he tapped into their audiences. By inviting everyday people, he made fans feel like they, too, could be part of the MrBeast universe. And by collaborating with big names, he showed he wasn't just a YouTuber, he was a cultural force. It wasn't about ego. It was about network growth, and it worked. The seventh secret: scaling the team. Behind the scenes, Jimmy knew one truth: one man can't run an empire, so he built a team. Editors, writers, producers, strategists, an entire machine dedicated to making each video bigger, faster, better. Unlike many creators who cling to control, he delegated, he scaled, and in doing so, he multiplied his capacity. While most YouTubers were burning out, MrBeast was building a company that could sustain him. This wasn't random, it was deliberate. He wasn't just thinking like a creator, he was thinking like a CEO. The eighth secret: philanthropy as branding. On the surface, MrBeast's philanthropy looks like pure generosity, free surgeries, food banks, water wells, and yes, it changes lives. But beneath it lies another strategy: philanthropy as branding. Helping others became his identity. It separated him from the noise. While others chased drama, he built goodwill. And that goodwill wasn't just moral, it was powerful branding that no rival could copy. Would people watch if he simply flaunted wealth? Maybe. But would they love him? Probably not. By giving, he didn't just win views, he won hearts. The ninth secret: global expansion. Jimmy didn't stop with English-speaking audiences. He created dubbed channels in multiple languages, spreading his reach across continents. Now his videos aren't just viral in America, they're viral everywhere. This move doubled, even tripled his audience. He realized what few creators dared to attempt. The world is bigger than one language, and now his empire is global. The 10th secret: playing the long game. Perhaps the most shocking strategy of all: patience. For years, Jimmy uploaded with almost no recognition. He spent thousands of hours making content no one watched. But instead of quitting, he persisted. He didn't chase quick fame. He built a foundation. And now, as the most subscribed creator on YouTube, it's clear: the long game pays off. What do you think was MrBeast's smartest strategy? The reinvestment, the event-style videos, or the empire beyond YouTube? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to see what you think. The legacy in progress. And so, we arrived today. MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, is no longer just a YouTuber. He is a brand, a business model, a philanthropist, a cultural phenomenon. But his story isn't finished. The question now isn't how he rose, but how long he can stay at the top. Will the algorithm turn on him? Will audiences tire of spectacle? Or will MrBeast rewrite the rules again, taking his empire into realms we can't yet imagine? MrBeast's rise wasn't an accident. It wasn't luck. It was a strategy. Relentless, brilliant, sometimes risky, but always calculated. From obsessing over the algorithm to building a billion-dollar brand, Jimmy Donaldson didn't just play the YouTube game. He rewrote it. And here's the shocking part: he's only getting started. So if you found this deep dive into MrBeast's hidden strategies eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss our next expose.